Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation, and welcome to a new week. It is indeed Monday morning, and we are starting the week together right here. A new teacher for this week, and this week all of the wisdom before meditation comes from Carl Jung. I'm sure the name Carl Jung doesn't need too much of an introduction. He certainly has for a very long time been one of the biggest names in modern psychology. And what really set him apart from other contemporaries of the time was that he very consciously included spirituality in, we could call it, the science that he built around psychology and psychiatry. He believed that we could not leave spirituality out of that equation. And I think that made his insights quite a lot different from contemporaries, like obviously the most famous one being Sigmund Freud. I really love Carl Jung's work, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it this week as well. Somebody, a very good morning. Honey, a very good morning. Wishing you a fantastic week too. Let's jump into this week together. If there was a title to Carl Jung's message this morning, it would be, What Moves You? What moves you? Let's get into that specifically. Take a moment. That's what we'll do through our meditation this morning. We'll take a moment to become clear about what our goals are for this week. I love starting the week that way. What is it that you want to create the week? What are the boxes you want to be able to check by the end of this week? But also, we'll add this pondering. What is it that gives your life meaning? That'll be included in today's meditation. Charlene, good morning. Happy Monday. Awesome seeing you at the start of this new week. Hello, Michelle, as well. Happy Monday. Good to see you jumping off into the week along with us. So 2 thoughts from Carl Jung this morning. He says, the least of things with a meaning is worth more than the greatest of things without meaning. I'll read that one again. The least of things, the smallest of things that has meaning, though, is worth so much more than the greatest of things that have no meaning. And then the next thought from Carl Jung says, as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. So we'll certainly use those thoughts in today's pondering of the week ahead. What gives your life meaning, and how do you pay attention, or how do you pay more attention to what it is that gives your life meaning? If you're ready, let's float off into today's session together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. Then with every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. Pay attention to your inhale and exhale. And pay particular attention to the exhale. As you breathe out, feel into the softening of your body. Make your exhale as long and as slow as possible. Together with a long and slow softening in your body comes a slowing down of your heartbeat. Comes a lowering of your brain waves. You are literally taking your body by the hand, sitting it down, and taking a moment to teach it. Saying, sit down for a moment and just breathe. Focus on your exhale and feel the softening happen. Every time that you turn away from the busyness of what you're doing, to take a few minutes to just focus on your breath, slow down the exhale, slow down the softening. There is a physiological effect throughout your whole body. A slower heart rate and lower brain waves. This gives your brain a moment of rest from all of the busy thoughts, all of the high brainwave thinking you might have been doing. And when you're done with a few minutes of breathing and softening, and then turn back to your work, you'll find yourself just a little bit more able to focus, concentrate, think with just a little bit more clarity. So how often can you have this in your day? How often can you turn away from the busyness and take a few big breaths? And in the week ahead, could you make a mental note right now to try and do this multiple times every day? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. And roll out your neck muscles. Going forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, focus on your spine. As you breathe out, lean your upper body over to the left and lean your upper body over to the right. Leaning into your back muscles, gently stretching them out. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, as much as we can muster right now at least, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. Although if you are here for the whole journey, with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's do the first few together. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness slowly settles in every muscle of your body. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a new week. Your toes sticking over the edge and ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. We'll take a moment to look into the week ahead and remind ourselves of what this week looks like. What is known about the week ahead? What is already in the calendar? So as you take your next big breath and dive deeper into you, take a walk through the next couple of days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are the things that you know you need to do this week? Are there people that you know you need to see this week? Are there places that you know that you need to go this week? Take a moment and see the week ahead as clearly as you can. Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? Do you have a clear goal for the week ahead? Or perhaps you have a few. Could you put words to it? Could you write it down? This is my clear goal for this week. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you can form a picture of what your clear goal for this week would be. Create as much clarity as you possibly can. Take your next big breath. For the moment, transport yourself to the end of the next week, standing in the weekend and looking back. If you had a checklist for the end of the week, what would it look like? What would you like to check off of your list for this week and say, I got this done, I got that done? And perhaps there are other items that sound like, I got started on this one, and I made good progress on that one. Take your next big breath. And then we're adding some wisdom from Carl Jung into our pondering of the week ahead. Jung's words from this morning says, "The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without meaning." And that as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. Meaning. Let's use this week to ponder this thought of meaning. Make a note of this word and reflect on it this week. What does this word mean to you? Take your next big breath. We'll go through a few questions and take note of what comes up for you. Perhaps even write it down so you can reflect on it again. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, ask yourself this question. And also, it's true for every question we ask ourselves. Ask the question and get out of your own way. Don't try and use your brain to think up an answer, but know that something deeper in you is able to respond. If you can let the question go and just be curious about what might surface. As you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, it's a simple question. The question is, what moves you? What moves you? And you can turn the question inward going, what moves me? Take your next big breath. The same question, but slightly more specific. What moves your heart and your soul? What moves your heart and your soul? Take your next big breath. With your next big breath, the next question: what moves your emotions? What is it that makes you feel something? Take your next big breath. And then what is there, what topics, what subjects, what thoughts are there that when you encounter these, it feels like something wants to move you into taking action? What are the thoughts, what are the topics that moves something within you into wanting to take action? Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Carl Jung's words for this week are that the least of things that contain meaning is worth so much more than the greatest of things that have no meaning. And he says, as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. What gives your life meaning? And then, of course, the logistics of life. Because survival plays a big role in our lives too. And very often we have to spend our times creating an income and not feeling like this gives me meaning. Perhaps Perhaps it does, which is great, but perhaps what you feel gives your life meaning lies outside of what brings the income. And then especially, take some time this week to ask yourself this question. How do I pay more attention to what gives my life meaning? How do I bring this into balance? How do I make sure I'm not just consumed by what puts food on the table and a roof over the head? Make this your journey this week. How do I make sure I spend enough time with the things that give my life meaning? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and you are invited to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this reminder. What gives my life meaning? Take a deep breath in. Thank you for these questions, and I'd love to remember to ask them to myself a few more times this week. What moves me? What moves my heart and my soul? What moves me to want to take action? Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder to pay more attention to the things that give my life meaning. I do sometimes fall into the trap of paying attention to the important things while forgetting that the things with meaning actually have a lot more long-term importance in my life. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping into the week along with us. Well, that's a nice comment, Pat. Good morning. Letting go of so much planning and breathing through each task with ease. I can feel that. I love it. Nella, a very good morning. It's so good to see you. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Nella. Thank you, Honey. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Michelle. I'm not sure if I saw anyone else pop in. Have an awesome day. I trust you'll have a really good week. Take a pen, take a piece of paper, make a note. This email will come through a little bit later, and these questions will be in the email. What gives my life meaning? What are the things that move me? Take a while this week to contemplate those. Have a good one. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.